Hey everyone, this year I found myself on the show floor of CES 2013, and I decided for my first day on the show floor, where better to stop than to dive right into the heart of CES in Central Hall. Day one started off seeing a lot of TVs, all shapes and sizes, but one thing they all had in common was being extremely thin. I saw TVs that danced, I saw TVs that let you read a book, I saw TVs that looked like a giant iPad, and unfortunately I saw TVs that crashed. Welcome to 2013, when your television set now has to boot. It wasn't just the big screens that were interesting, however. Dial has an iPad adapter that turns your iPad into a digital TV receiver so that you can get TV even without an internet connection. I'm a big fan of Canon and pretty much just shoot all my video with Canon camcorders. I took a stop by the Canon desk just to see what was new in the Vixia line, but I have to admit that the Nikon booth was far more interesting. Nikon just had far more things that were fun to point and shoot at with your camera. There was quite a bit of Windows 8 tablets that I saw on day one. Two that caught my eye was a Samsung dock that allowed you to dock your Windows 8 tablet into a full keyboard. And Sony had a laptop to tablet converter, which was thin, if not a little heavy. I also spent some hands-on time with Sony's giant 20-inch tablet. This thing is huge. It not only supports 10-finger touch, but also a paintbrush in addition to a normal stylus. After the Sony booth, I stopped by the 3D Systems booth to catch up on some of their latest 3D printers, both big and small.
This is our professional quality with consumer ease of use printer. It's the CubeX. There's a couple different levels of it. The CubeX Trio does triple color 3D printing and dual material, both EBS and PLA. You could start with a basic CubeX, which is single color, or the dual. You can upgrade from one printer to the other with a little kit. It's also the biggest build size for a desktop 3D printer. It prints as big as a basketball. So you're getting big parts, triple color, professional quality with the consumer easy features that we've become known for with our Cubify brand.
I then went to check out some game hardware. I first stopped by the Beamz booth, which is kind of an interesting device. Unfortunately, it's no theremin, so there'll be no Doctor Who recreations. Next up was Sifteo cubes. These little guys are aware of each other, which opens up some pretty interesting ideas for game development. Last I sat down and checked out the Muse headband by Interaxon. The headband allows you to control the computer with your mind, or at least that's the idea. In practice, I saw several of these headbands at CES this year, but they all boiled down to only tracking two things: how relaxed you are and how focused you are. It took me only about 30 seconds to max my focus and relaxation, even though I was in the middle of CES. I chalked that up to having 3 daughters and being able to go to my happy place on demand. One gadget that caught my eye was Ecovac's Winbot. This thing can only be described as a Roomba that does Windows. For the end of my day, I decided to kick back, relax, and go hang out in the Gibson tent.